It's another alleged gameplay video. Welcome back. It may not be the game room, but welcome back to the front room. The Saboteur on the Xbox 360. I am actually playing this at the moment. I mean, obviously I'm playing it at the moment, but what I mean to say is this is my main game at the moment. You just catch me here at the tail end of a mission. I've just unlocked the bridge destruction thing. It was a really good mission, very rewarding. We're just all gonna go back to base. But yeah, about this game, the first thing is absolutely shocking is I was not aware of this game. I honestly don't know why. And this is not in the collection. This was lent to me by a good friend of mine at work. And I do want to do a separate video about that, the kind of old school mentality of lending games. With lockdown and the last year's up and downs, we've developed like a kind of sort of senior gamers network, if you like, and it's good to see people still, lending games and making suggestions. Something that's not possible in the complete digital realm. But yeah, this I'd never heard of. Still looks good if you can appreciate the period. So I think we're going back to 2009 here. We've got to behave ourselves here to get through the checkpoints. Think of GTA, but also think of a little bit of Assassin's Creed. How this one got past me years ago, I don't know. I was pretty much all over open world games. Didn't really go for Assassin's Creed back in the day, and that was simply because I always suspected it was a little bit hack and slash, if that makes any sense, and it wasn't my kind of era. But as the years passed, I learned to appreciate that franchise. So in case you didn't know, the gist of this is you were a car mechanic, and you're playing an Irish guy. He's a car mechanic turned race driver, and he went to a race just before the occupation of France. And then that's it, basically. You then end up, you've got this one guy, this particular guy, this nasty piece of work that you're after, and you then fall in with the French resistance. Absolutely great aspects of this game are the way that certain areas remain black and white. So until you liberate them to some extent, they will remain black and white, and then you can drive into another area and it's in colour. I love that idea, absolutely love it. It could have been taken from somewhere else, it may have been, I honestly don't know. It does run well. It has some kind of little niggles, if you like. It often suffers from late spawning cars and stuff like that. But I can forgive it, because there's nothing like killing these Nazis. There really isn't. And that whole aspect of history just fascinates me. That whole bizarre creation of an ideology overnight, and the Third Reich, and this kind of imagined past and an equally imagined future. And their love for, their uniforms and their insignias and symbolism and everything else. Quite bizarre. Very bizarre, apart from all the obvious high drama. Okay, so we've pretty much got all the characters here. We've got the blonde girl. She's a British agent, although you get the impression she would be anybody's agent, if that makes sense. And then we've got the Spanish girl. It was her brother that dies, I believe.
And where are you? Like minding manners. She's got friends.
absolutely loving this to bits. So much to do. Sometimes I'll make a conscious decision of doing absolutely nothing to do with the story. Spend a couple of hours just trying to take down some targets.
I've even read your awful books. My superiors in London are your biggest fans, Luke.
The audio is good as well. The audio is good. Obviously the music is for the era, so don't expect any drum and bass.
In exchange for your cooperation,
You're not going to get that.
covert operations.
Please excuse my poor hospitality.
And I will be getting this. I will be picking this one up. I don't normally do an alleged gameplay video unless it's in the collection, but it's inevitable that I'm going to get this unless I can convince my good friend that the best place for this game would be in the official Grandad Gamers collection. I think that's the best option. I don't think he's going to take much convincing, to be honest. So this is your arms dealer. I haven't unlocked all the weapons. I tend to prefer, when you do your loadout, I tend to prefer the sniper rifle and then just a machine gun, because I like to sort of operate from a distance. Now you can see the map. You can just appreciate how big the map is. I have been trying to concentrate on that area a lot, trying to reduce the threat and get all the targets. You've got collectibles as well, as you'd expect. Lots going on. Percentage wise, I'm trying to think of maybe about 40%. Might even be a bit more now, because I did put a few hours in last night. So I might be halfway through this, but I don't really want to ruin the moment too early. So I'm probably going to concentrate on some collectibles and try and bring down as many targets as I can. So target wise, we're going to have a look here. Don't fully understand the garage option on here. Because I'd assumed if you brought a car back and saved it, it would be available. Now I tried that the other night, and whether I failed to save, I really don't know. So I will try that again. Also, this does suffer from like what GTA suffered from in the early days. It can, on certain missions, if you die, you can go really far back when you reload the game. You'll have a checkpoint, but if you stop playing and you do have to reload it, it does suffer from that issue where you'll be like the other side of the map. So let's go out, let's try and find a simple target. The targets are the white dots on the map. They'll all be different though. There'll be Nazi targets, there'll be collectibles. You got special boxes to get more money from. Really do like this one though. So I took to it immediately in the first sort of half an hour, and now when I started to play it, I do like the just going after the targets. You've got like snipers and nests, AA guns, and this is like a PA system, so it spouts out all the propaganda 24 hours a day. This is a bit like Assassin's Creed, this bit. That's what it reminds me of. Don't know the timeline of the release of this and that franchise. I believe they were quite close together. Select our explosive. We need to get out of here quite sharpish. And you can get damaged. You can get damaged. There've been a couple of times where I've brought down a sniper's nest and the whole tower has collapsed the wrong way, straight on top of me. I've heard some say that the voice acting is pretty dubious. I mean, his Irish accent kind of tends to drift between Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland, but I think it's fine all round, really, all the characters. I don't really have an issue with it. As you can see, it looks nice. I think it still looks good. But let's save this. We better cut this one short. We'll save to USB because I'm between consoles. And I can't be bothered to renew my gold membership. So you guys take care of yourselves and I'll see you soon. But do try to play this one if you haven't already. Bye bye.
Who is the huge spade in the bath?